Hi everyone, this is Kedra with NyxMoonOracle, and today I'm bringing you a pick a card or a pick a pile reading. This is about what broken record messages are replaying over and over in your head. This could be things from when you were a child, from growing up, from people in school, just the way you grew up, relationships, people at work, past life things that you may be bringing in, these messages, these energies, whatever is going on in your life. We're going to address that today. So this is going to be pile 1 with the tiger's eye and the tree of life pyramid. Pile 2 is the scarab, this Egyptian scarab. There's writing here if that helps you connect with anything for this pile. And this is Sheen Obsidian. I actually really love this very much. I love all of my treasures, but I just got that one. It looks like an eye or a portal, and I'm actually really drawn to this one. So this one I'll be paying attention to a lot. And just decide if you want to pick the pile, the position, the object, or the timestamp below, or the numbers, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Whatever you're drawn to, just pause here, use your intuition, and pick which one you want to listen to. If you want to listen to all 3 and you're feeling drawn to that, please do that. So with that said, we're going to get started with pile 1. I'm just going to move over pile 3 and pile 2, and we will get right back to them as we go along. So this is for pile 1, the tiger's eye pyramid, and we will set that right here. So I'm going to spread these out, starting with my lip service oracle that's in Etsy, if you'd like to purchase it for your readings. We have duality, we have intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. We have observation. We have girl with a snake, charmed or used, enable, boundaries. We have combustion here. We have masquerade, hot and cold, and a push-pull dynamic. Okay. So I'm just going to grab a couple of tarot just for a little bit more energy, more of a message, and then we'll get into it. And after we get the message, I'm going to get advice for how to work through, overcome, or maybe just scrap and stop or refocus when these broken record messages and energies keep coming in the back of your head. I recently caught myself doing this. My best friend and I were having a conversation about these replaying messages. And my daughter told me something after we were having a conversation in the car, and she was like, "Mom, you should really do that." And what almost came out of my mouth was, "Well, I'm too old to start doing that." But I stopped myself because that was a broken record message. I've always heard that from people. You're too old, you can't do this. I'm 51 years old. I feel like I'm 23, and I feel like I look good for my age. So I stopped myself. But we all have these messages, and sometimes we catch them, sometimes we don't. So maybe if you're aware of your messages, you can catch them. And we'll see with messages from Spirit and your guides after this how to help you navigate that and how Spirit is assisting you with that. So I was going to get that tarot, but I'm being pointed to this one. Give me the energies with this, Spirit. This is the Horror Tarot. Love this. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. And we have the World, but it was in reverse. So I'm going to take this. And then I'm going to get one more. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. And the Six of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So what I'm getting with all of these cards, this duality, I feel like you really do want to connect with someone. You want that special person, or even if you're with a person now, you're wanting to connect with them on a deeper level. But I feel like either you are attracting somebody that seems to have two sides to them. One minute they're, especially with this hot and cold and this duality. Now this could be you. The situations could be reversed. Either they're hot and cold, or 1 minute they're one way, 1 minute they're another way. Like 1 minute they may be bonding with you and confiding in you and they're listening. And then but this masquerade is here. 1 minute they are into you, 1 minute they're not. Or you have attracted people like this where they're either hot and cold, there's a push-pull dynamic. I mean, that's coming up here. The duality, the push-pull dynamic, the hot and cold. Especially combustion with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Combustion meaning it's hot, it's passionate. I attract these people that are just, they're so passionate. But then after a while, they're not. It's that hot and cold, that push-pull. They push, they pull. And this is something you're observing in yourself. Now, you could be doing this yourself. You could be in a relationship with people, and then you may feel like you can't be yourself in the relationship. But for more of you, I'm going to go with the majority of what I'm feeling because it's too difficult to navigate so many different energies coming in here. So I'm going to go with the most dominant, which is you are attracting or have attracted, or you're in a relationship with somebody that's hot and cold, somebody that's not consistent. And I feel like you're really starting to observe this, that I'm attracting people. 1 minute they're hot, 1 minute they're hot for me, we're on fire, and then it's like it goes out. And they're not successful relationships with the Six of Wands in reverse. There's no success in these relationships. I feel like you're attracting people who 1 minute are everything you want, and the next minute it's like you don't know who the hell they are. And you're really wanting this cycle to end. You really are. You're starting to observe it. But with this Queen of Wands here, this is something you're attracting to yourself. That you attract these snakes that are using you, and you seem to enable that behavior for some reason. Now I'm going to go into why. But I do see you want to end this cycle because it's still in play with the World in reverse. This cycle is still in play. And this is something you're noticing. It's like the same story. 1 minute they're intimate, and the next minute, like, who the hell are they? The mask starts to slip. Okay, let's see why this is happening. What is the broken record message, Spirit? I feel like part of it is I can only attract people that are hot and cold, like I always do. This always happens, and see how that's a broken record message? I always attract people like this. Men or women, or however they identify, are always hot and cold, inconsistent, wearing a mask. It always ends up where I am not happy and it doesn't work out. So that's a broken record message, but I feel like there's more. So I'm going to get a couple of these. Tell me more about this broken record message for pile 1, Spirit. Sovereignty. It's like I'm destined to be alone, on my own. Like you're feeling unlovable. Like it's you, like it's your problem. Like you're the problem. Nobody can ever love you. You attract the worst people, so it must be you. Or you attract people that 1 minute they're great, 1 minute they're not, so it must be you. That's the broken record message. It must be your fault. Yeah, this is something you have accepted as truth. That either you're unlovable, you attract these people constantly, 1 minute they're hot and cold, so it must be you doing something wrong. Let me get these tarot and oracle. I'm going to grab a couple of tarot just to go with these two for your broken record message that's replaying over and over. Yeah, the Hanged Man. It was in reverse though. This is a firm belief, and you have not let go of that. The Nine of Swords, this is the anxiety, the self-sabotage, and this King of Cups, this is definitely an unbalanced emotion in you that you attract. You're unbalanced, so you attract or bring out the worst in people. That is what you believe. That is what you believe. You believe it's your fault. To some degree, even if they mess up in something or something like that, you feel like it's your fault. Okay. That is your broken record message. If it doesn't resonate with you, please try pile 2 or pile 3. So I'm going to put these right here. And then I'm going to get advice. I actually want to see where this comes from. Like, where does this come from, Spirit? Where does this come from? Where does this stem from? I'm going to get this. Where does this stem from, Spirit? Where does this broken record message stem from? You have inherited this from your family. Relationships. People tell you it's your fault. Everything's your fault. Anything that goes wrong is your fault. You have been told you're this, you're that, instead of people owning their own shit. Instead of them taking responsibility and owning their own shit, they're passing it on to you. This goes for parents. This goes for anybody in your life who has passed their own shit. Oh, I shouldn't say shit. I'm going to have to bleep that out. Their own crap onto you. They passed it on to you. You've inherited this. Okay, one more. And it's blocking you from seeing your, this says unseen potential. This is blocking you from seeing who you really are, because the broken record message is, it's your fault. It's you. But Spirit's saying, no, that's inherited crap from other people that's grown and taken over your identity. Yeah, and it has become, it's like mice running around in your head. That's the story, that's the foundation that is solid in your head. It is from your community, from people in your community. And this says naivete. This has clouded who you really are. All these other people, all their cups spilling all over you with their own vibration messages and the things that they're feeding you. And you're a sweet person. You're a young, wonderful person. Some of you are young, but this started young. That's why young came out. I don't know if you are young or young at heart, but this started when you were young. And you didn't know any better, and you have not learned any better, but you're starting to observe it. You're starting to learn patterns. You're starting to observe it. But the broken message is still there. It's a foundation. You inherited it. But Spirit's saying, but, and there's another crown, you can break through that. You can control this. You can begin to control it, and have these breakthroughs and be in your authority. And it says reversal of fortune. You can reverse this, Spirit says. So let's see how to do it. Yeah, you're the captain of your ship. You can absolutely reverse this. Let's see how to do it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see how to reverse this. What is advice? How to reverse this, Spirit? You are already golden. Give us this day our daily care, our daily cake. Be beautiful. Be beautiful. Warrior, not a worrier on the bottom of the deck. And then I'm going to get, oh, let's see, one of these. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Yes, I felt this. I felt this, and there's a pyramid here, and here's a pyramid. I felt with this pile, this was something that could be past life related for sure. Very much for sure. I feel like this is the lifetime that this karma must end. This is the lifetime where you start protecting yourself, calling back your power, cutting the cords, and doing a soul retrieval from all the people who have ever taken your power from you, or that you've given it away to by these thoughts. I'm going to leave this, but Spirit's saying you can use that and totally transform this. Things are changing at a cellular level, a deep healing. How so? Let's get some tarot to go a little further with this. A little further, Spirit. You are already golden. Tell me about that. We have strength. King of Cups in the upright. Four of Cups with beautiful. Warrior, not a warrior. Warrior, not a worrier. There we go with the Chariot. Okay, Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I feel with the Seven of Swords, these things that you're holding on to, you can absolutely transform. How? By recognizing your strength, by recognizing, actually utilizing your restraint in believing anything. When you catch it, like catch it when you're feeling it with this King of Cups, when you're feeling it and you see it and you observe it. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to it and say, okay, this is a limiting belief. This is a broken record message. This is a very limiting belief. That's not who I am. I'm golden. I was made perfect the way I am. I am lovable. I am strong. I am a creator. I am part of source. Anything that's telling me other than I am golden or that I am strong or that I am lovable is just other people's stuff. It's just thoughts coming in, betraying me. It's deception. Nothing but deception. And I'm not going to grow this deception. I am beautiful. I'm going to, this give us our daily cake. When you catch these words and pay attention to it, don't let them become a part of you. Let them sail right through. Let them eat cake. Let them eat their own words. Give it back to them. If you don't know who gave it to you, it doesn't matter. Just take, whenever I feel something that I don't like, I just take it off me. I throw it, pull it off of me, and I say, Spirit, this is not my energy. This is not my message. And I throw it out to the universe, and I say, universe, turn this into something beautiful, either for me, my family, or someone else, or our world, that they need it. Turn it, transmute it, transform it into light, transform it into something beautiful. And replace that with the emotions of I am beautiful. I am not lacking on anything. I'm not going to worry about those messages. I'm going to dive deep into myself. I'm going to fill my cup of love because I am strong. And I'm going to move past. I'm going to move past these thoughts that are making me feel like I am destined to be alone, or it's my fault, or I am unlovable. I am not accepting that. I am not accepting those words. I am not ingesting those words. And when you do that, and you start catching it and filling yourself up with love, self-care, knowing that you are not missing out, that you're not the person, there's nothing lacking in you, because you're beautiful, you're golden, you're strong, you're a warrior, and you are in charge of catching those thoughts when they happen, transforming them. You end that karma immediately, and things start to cycle out. You start clearing out ancient karma, generational karma. Ask your spirit guides to help you as well. And every time you pay attention to this and you change and shift direction and start telling yourself a new story, you're calling your power back. You're not enabling those messages anymore. You're not enabling those messages anymore. You're putting up boundaries. You're in charge of that ego, that snake, that message that's trying to take hold of you. You're saying no because you're observing and you want the cycle to end because you know you deserve the best. Why? You're golden because you're showing yourself love, because you are beautiful and there's nothing about you that is lacking, and you are no longer betraying yourself. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, how are you assisting during this process? How are you assisting the watchers during this process? Angel of diet and nutrition. Again, with the cake, watch out what you're telling yourself. Watch out pay attention to what you're ingesting. Don't drink the Kool-Aid is what I'm hearing too. You intuitively know what is good for you. And if it is messages over and over that are taking you down, or people that are telling you it's your fault, intuitively you know that's not right. That's old messages that I've ingested, that I have drank the Kool-Aid, and I'm not doing that. I'm moving past it. I'm cutting the cords. I've been training for this my whole life. It's time for me to transform this. No more betrayal. I am not lacking. I am balancing my emotions. I'm choosing to let those messages come off of me and to focus on my life, my love, who I am. And I'm going to surround myself with messages that empower me, that fill my own cup of love. I am not ingesting the messages of other people, the crap of other people that they tried to feed me or that they fed me, because I am golden. I am beautiful. And now I accept that, and I am a warrior. I can do this. I can transform this because I am strong and I am resilient. And that's what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope that helps. Namaste. All right. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Scarab, this is your broken record message. Let's see. I'm going to put that Scarab right here. And let's get these out. And I will be getting advice on how to help you through these shadows and how Spirit is assisting you. We have false self. We have lusting. We have play, self-indulgence, concealed, black flower fragrance, acknowledgement, predictability, clockwork. So I'm just going to get a few tarot to go with this. I'm just going to look over these really quickly. When I pick them, I don't look, so these are new to me, just like they are to you. Okay, let's take a look and see what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing. Okay, so I'm gonna get just maybe 2 or 3 tarot, Spirit, with these broken record messages. Spirit, what are these broken record messages? We have 2 here. We have the Hierophant, the Devil, interesting, and 2 major arcana too. Now, if these messages don't resonate with you, don't take them. You can pick another pile, okay? And we have the Empress. Wow, major arcana coming on. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. Okay. I did see the World, and Spirit saying come back to that, but the World's in reverse. Okay, and we have the Tower. So I'm just going to leave these out here because Spirit's saying to keep these in play. Okay. What I'm seeing is there's a lot of things that you want in life. There's a lot of things that you're wanting in life. And it's almost like people have told you with this lusting card, that's your wanting, that's your passion. There's things that you want so much in your life, right? With this world, they haven't happened yet, but you're waiting for it to happen. Especially with this Empress, you're wanting to birth something. You're wanting to do it so bad. But I do feel like some of you have put it out there, but it doesn't come out the way you thought. Like, for instance, this Empress, normally what would come out of her would be the baby, right? But this is like this toxic, weird thing. I feel like even when you are manifesting and creating, it's not coming out with what you imagined it to be or what you wanted it to be. It's always different. And you're wanting that to change. You're waiting on your moment. You're waiting on your, that world moment, because it's in reverse. You're like, it hasn't happened yet. It's kind of happened, but it's not where it should be. I feel like because there's so many things you want to do, you want to get out there, you want to be able to be free. I feel like this is a lot to do with manifesting, creating something that you're wanting. But what is it? But I feel like your broken record messages are, people have, because of this devil energy, limiting beliefs, 100%. I feel like other people have weaved a web of limiting beliefs that have created a persona and belief about yourself, that you need to be predictable. Like you're like clockwork. Everybody knows how you are, and that's how you are, and that's how you should be. You've been put in your place, and you don't believe in yourself because you're not being your authentic self. And there's the devil. See the devil right here is holding you, and that's that broken record message. That devil is holding who you really are because other people have dialed in and told you how to be. So they can predict you. They want you to be predictable for them, because when you go out and do your thing, they see it. They're actually scared of it. Like, how dare you get out of your place? How dare you get out of your place? How dare you think you're special? You're not special. You're no more special than me. But this is other people's junk because they don't feel special. So what have you done? You've become predictable. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have this belief in yourself that you can't be anything special. So it's like a self-sabotage that when you are creating, you're creating with a belief that's limiting you. This Nine of Pentacles, okay, I have these wishes. I'm the Empress and I'm creating, but I'm creating from other people's energy. Broken record messages that, how dare I get playful? How dare I be seen? How dare I be beautifully fragrant and calling in things? How dare I go after the things that I want? I'm not special. How dare I think I'm special? So you're concealing who you really are. You're being safe. You're manifesting what you want. And you could be doing the things you want, but then you feel guilty, like, I'm taking too much time to do it. I'm being self-indulgent, but you're putting the self-indulgence in a negative way. Like the term self-indulgence, some people may think, oh, they're so self-indulgent. Well, what's wrong with it? You should be self-indulgent. You should go after the things that you want. You should take time to value yourself and show yourself self-worth and take that time to heal. Show yourself appreciation. But you have been programmed to believe that's selfish. That black flower fragrance, that is like your fragrance, like your specialness is bad. So it holds you hostage. The Hierophant is all about, especially in this case, is all about authenticity, being your true self, who you really are. But you're being held hostage by the belief, by the devil, who weaved a web telling you that going after what you want, that's not allowed. Who do you think you are? So this is why anything that you are creating either comes tumbling down, it gets created, but it maybe falls through, or it doesn't work out the way you thought, or isn't long term. but you're not manifesting from who you really are. That's your false self, your false belief. You're hiding who you are. And if you take any time for yourself at all to play, to create the things you want, that's bad. How dare you not be there for everybody predictably, like clockwork? How dare you not drop everything for everybody else and you come last? That is your broken record message. Now let's see how to help you get past this. Work through it. If this doesn't resonate with you, try pile 1 or pile 3, please. And if that doesn't resonate, try me back next week. I will be doing pick a cards a lot, especially for broken record messages, so that we all can transform these messages into energy that serves us and helps us follow our bliss. Okay, so I'm just going to put these away because I don't have the decks here. Okay, and we're going to put that one there too. Now these are the only ones that need to go back in. Here we go, Spirit. Spirit, I want to know how to help pile 2 move past these blocks. How to change them. What they need to do, what they need to focus on. And how, at the end, we'll get how you're assisting too, Spirit. Pile 2. Pile 2. We have Call of the Muse. Oh, I love this for you guys. Yes, Smoke and Mirrors. 2 more. Quieting the Mind. Roots of Abundance. Yes, Spirit, thank you. Beautiful. I'm going to get a couple of tarot just to go with it. I pretty much have the message already and what I'm hearing as well, but I'm just going to go a little bit deeper with the tarot, okay? The Empress. No, Temperance, sorry. She looked like an Empress. The Chariot. Pile 1 got this too. 10 of Swords. And we have the Ace of Cups. And I don't, on advice, I do not take reversals. Wheel of Fortune, this time it's in the upright. Yes. See how you get the gears turning? How? By following your heart, being true to yourself, showing yourself that self-love. See how you transform everything? Yes. I love this message. I love this message so much. Okay. How do you move past this? How do you manifest? Well, you listen to your muse. You take actions in your way. The call of the muse. Listen to what excites you, what feels good to you. If it is based in fear and you're doing it out of anxiety or obligation and fear, that's not your muse. This is 3 and 4. I mean, 3 and 1 is 4, 3, and then 1. 1 is you. 3 is you coming together with yourself, your higher self, and source to live your life, to do the things that excite you, to do the things that you wish to do, you wish to create. And when you do that, you start the wheels turning because you're listening to yourself. You're listening to yourself. And you're doing things for yourself. I'm not saying it's all you and fuck everybody, I mean, screw everybody else. But if you have to compromise, make sure that compromise benefits you equally to the other person. Because if you're not getting any benefit out of it, it's not a compromise. And if it doesn't make you happy, it's not a compromise. It's not a true compromise. If sometimes we have to make some compromises in life. But to be authentic to ourselves and to listen to our muse and to balance these, these broken record messages, we have to make sure that any compromise balances us and makes us happy and is in alignment with us. Spirit saying, when you see that smoke and mirrors, that those old patterns coming in, that I'm not special, this is selfish if I do that. When you start feeling like you're being selfish for wanting to take time to create and do the things you want to do, Spirit's saying, that's smoke and mirrors, babe. That's not your reflection in the mirror. That's other people. That's past. That's old karma that they've put onto you because they didn't feel good about themselves. They weren't achieving anything. And your light, your creativity, your beauty, your charm, it made them feel less than. So they had to take you down because other people took them down. But that's not you. That's smoke and mirrors, babe. Move past it. Quickly. Quickly. Yes, it hurts. Everybody poking and prodding all their pain into your head. But guess what? With the Ten of Swords, there is light. Now you know. Now you know it's other people's crap in your head, so quiet it. Through meditation, through recognizing, through listening to your own voice, through listening to your own voice, doing the things that you love, creating, making time for yourself. It's not self-indulgent to have self-worth, to take time for yourself, to put time into your creations, to say no, and to not be predictable and be there and giving all of yourself like clockwork. Okay? That's other people's stuff. Quiet that. And when you do, you start planting roots of abundance. The wheels of fortune are turning in your favor, and it's a lot of them. Look, and things start to happen for you. You start noticing things showing up. Opportunity's coming. Why? Because you balanced and you're ending karma. Other people's karma that they've implanted into you, and karma that you've created by repeating the broken record messages. You're balancing this out. How? Listening to your own muse. Loving yourself. And that is when your creations, your wishes are rooted in abundance because you know you deserve them. Spirit, how are you assisting pile 2 on this journey? Woo, look at that. I have the deck and it's right there. I love when that happens. Angel of Self-Worth. They are here assisting you with these messages today. And when you communicate, especially when you're communicating your wishes, your dreams, your desires, the world you want to create, Spirit's like, tell it, feel it, let us create it. We are there, but make sure it's what you want to create. Angel of Self-Worth. You are currently undervaluing yourself. It is time to regain your self-worth. And this is why these messages are coming out, and they are assisting you by revealing this today. So, communicate with Spirit. Tell Spirit your wishes. Feel them so Spirit can create them. But make sure you're creating from a place of abundance and not those broken record messages, because you deserve it. You deserve love. Listen to your muse. Not the people that injected their pain, negativity, feelings of inadequacy and shortcomings onto you. That's how things start to go in your favor. I hope this helps, pile 2. Namaste. Remember, don't undervalue yourself. That's other people's crap. Listen to your muse. Thank you, Spirit. Woo, that was good. We are going to do pile 3 now. If this does not resonate with you, that's okay. Try pile 1 and try pile 2. So let's see what we have here. I have not seen these. So this is brand new for me and you. We have Forever Young, Releasing, Perspective, Ascending, Multiverse, Parasite, Anger Issues, and Boast. Okay. Let me see if these are in the order that they need to be in. And let me absorb the message, and then I'm going to get a couple of tarot to go with it, just to go deeper with it. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to get a few tarot to go a little bit further. This is a little bit harder message, just because it's just heavy energy, a lot of heavy energy. But we're going to bring it to light, aren't we? Okay, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Hangman. No, that's the High. What is that? I can't read it. It kind of looks like the Hangman, but it's not. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All these reversals. And not all of them are in reverse. Okay. I feel like I need one more. Just, okay, two. Well, look at all these reversals. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. And the Four of Cups in reverse. So I'm going to keep these two as wild cards right here. And I actually like that they're in reverse, because this shows me that even though you're having these thoughts, these broken record messages, you're very aware that you don't want to have them. You don't. This is something you're aware of. This is something you want to release. This is something you want to rise above. So you are already aware of these, and this is something you're working on. Yeah, letting go and releasing, walking away from these. I feel like some of you are like, yep, I need a change of perspective, because I want a new way of doing things. I want a new way of being things. I have had people in my past tell me that I'm either too needy, or I'm not creative. These are the thoughts that are in your head. I'm too needy. I'm not creative enough. Oh, I'm bragging. If I'm ascending and I'm doing well in my life, and I talk about it, I'm bragging. I'm bragging. And if I talk about it or get upset about it, oh, I have anger issues. This Knight of Pentacles, I feel like this perspective of yours has been going on since you were a kid. Like you've been told you needed too much. Like it was too much if you had needs, or your ideas weren't looked at as important. And anything that you did do well, and if you talked about it, oh, you're a bragger. That you shouldn't brag about that. Or you're too angry. If you showed emotions, that was a problem. I don't feel too many anger issues, but I feel you get upset and you hold on to it because you feel like you cannot communicate about it because somebody told you when you were young you couldn't, and if you did, you were too needy. So you didn't have this, or your ideas weren't important, or everything that you wanted to do wasn't important. And this does cause some anger, because when you internalize all of those things, especially from when you were young, I feel like you get angry at yourself. I feel like you get angry at others, but then you turn it on yourself. But I do see you moving forward from this, or you're wanting to. You're like, okay, I know these things. I've started to see this, or I'm doing work on myself. I'm doing inner child work on myself. Some of you are. Or you're getting messages to do inner child work and release it, because you're like, for some reason, you're starting to see, I know my feelings are important. It's not because I'm needy. It's because I have feelings, and my feelings are important. My ideas are important. And it's okay for me to be proud of myself. It's okay. It's okay for me to want to experience things, to get out of my comfort zone, and to not be boxed in. Yeah, you're done with it. And you want to release as soon as possible, because you're tired of it. You're tired of missing out on things in life. You're tired of keeping your feelings to yourself. You're tired of staying stagnant in your life. You're done with it. You're tired of staying still. You want to do things. You're like, I am ready for a different way of doing things, a different perspective. And I don't want to take other people's crap. I've been giving of myself and taking their crap, and there's not an equal give and take in relationships that I've had or have. I want to release that. I want to do this inner child work. I want to live a life I haven't been able to live before, like right now. So you're recognizing these broken record messages. And if you're not, Spirit's calling on you to do so. So I'm going to see how to help you move past this. Okay? That's very heavy energy. Very, very heavy energy. So let me just put these tarot up and see how Spirit wants you to move on, what to focus on, how to move forward, how to release this and let go of this so that you can live your life and express yourself and your needs and your wants and your desires. How to do that, Spirit. Show me what deck to go to. Healer. Reflection. Phoenix. Oh, yes. Forgiveness. Empath on the bottom of the deck. I feel this one wants to talk too, so I'm just going to get maybe one or two. The mind. And will. Okay, and then I'm going to get a couple of tarot to go with it. Just a couple, Spirit. Oh. I'm going to get one more. And we have, and I never take reversals on advice. King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. High Priestess. Wow. Okay. On the bottom of the deck. Okay. So what I'm seeing, I'm going to put these here. These here. Okay. What I am seeing is, with this healer, you are going, this is all about you healing yourself. This is healing. If you look at this card, you can see these bears fighting in the background. And there's images of people fighting, and see how he has a wand right here? He's transforming this bears that are just attacking each other. And this represents your broken record thoughts. These are just your thoughts, and you can transform them and you can heal them. I'm getting messages. You can transform these. It's in your power to heal these, and it lies solely on you. Because when you notice the thoughts come up, now's the time to address it. Is this a reflection of me? Who do I want to be? How do I rise above this angry message? This message that I'm needy? This message that my feelings are not valid, that I shouldn't express myself or be proud of myself? Spirit saying, when you feel those things, face those things. Reflect who you really are in that situation. If you want to express yourself, express yourself without worry or fear. And if you do have fear, express yourself. As long as it's safe. If it's not safe, assert yourself and change direction. Get away from it. Get away from things unsafe for you. Okay? Spirit's like, when you notice these broken record messages coming in, that fear, talk to yourself. Okay, is this fear? Is this a limiting belief? Okay. How do I show myself love in this situation? How do I show myself love when I'm feeling this? How do I express love? What decision do I need to make right now? Just stop, take some breaths, slow down. When you see that you're reacting in a way or hear those messages coming in, slow down and say, you know what? That's not me. That's somebody else. And they put all their stuff, all that anger, all the limiting beliefs, all their fears, all of their trauma onto me because somebody reflected it onto them, and it's just a cycle. Spirit saying, when you notice it, slow down. Slow down. Ask yourself, is this me? It's not me, it's somebody else. You don't even have to figure out who it was from. You don't have to relive the experience. The mind. What do I need to do for myself right now that's going to show myself love, myself some compassion? How do I express myself? What is it that I'm wanting to do? How can I bring myself into stability? Spirit's like, use your inner knowing. This empath and the high priestess, same thing. What is my inner knowing telling me? This isn't me. What do I really want? How do you know it's your intuition? When it feels good, when it feels right, when you know it's really you from your heart, when you know it's the bears fighting, when you know it's those broken record messages, rise above it. But don't live in the memory of it. Don't go through memory lane with it. Just say, okay, I know where this is coming from. I'm releasing it. I'm starting from square one. I'm releasing it. This isn't me. This is a thought, somebody else's thought, and I release it. I'm just going to let it float right past me. This is not my energy. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move toward what makes me happy in this situation. Now, Spirit's saying it's going to take time to recognize these patterns. It's going to take time to learn that self-control. It's going to take time to learn how to use your voice because it's been suppressed for so long. But Spirit says the more you do it and you pay attention to those messages from your higher self, you start listening, and let it guide you. Just let it guide you. What is for my stability? How can I show myself in every situation self-care? How can I build the things that I want to create? How can I show myself appreciation? How do I use my voice? Let your higher self lead the way in the situation. Now, for this forgiveness, some people will say, forgive people and let them go. That can be triggering for some of you, but if you feel like, okay, I want to do that. It's up to you. It's your decision. But sometimes there's people that they're there as a touchstone to say, okay, these broken record messages that are in my head, fighting with me and my ego, they're attacking me. See, there's one bear that's attacking and one bear that's not. That's what's happening. It's somebody else's energy attacking you. That's somebody else's reflection being cast on you. It's always been that way. Spirit's like, rise above it. Yes, you know where this comes from. You may have heard this from somebody in your past that you shouldn't express yourself. Why are you bragging? You're too needy. You're too whiny. You're too this. You're always too something. You're too clingy. Something like that. Just because you expressed yourself or you had needs. Spirit's saying, you know where it comes from. Release it. You don't need to over-examine it. You just say, you know what? That's not me. I am letting it fly. I'm learning that this is not mine. This is somebody else, and I'm going to pull it right out of my head, and I'm going to let it go, pull it out to the universe. This is what I do when I have things on me I don't want. I pull it off of me, pull it out of my headspace. I send it out to the universe. I throw it out to the universe, and I say, Spirit, do something with this energy that's beautiful, that helps either me, someone else, my family, or our earth, our world. Because this is not mine, and it needs to be transmuted. And then I get into silence. We all have trauma. We all have had people telling us who we are, putting us in our place, telling us that we're too needy, and our wants and needs and desires are too much, or we're too much for somebody. Spirit says, start at square one. Erase it. Know where it comes from. Take the lesson. Learn from it. Don't be a victim of it. Rise above it. This is a broken message. How do I show myself love, compassion? How do I build from abundance? In this situation, what do I want to create? How do I show myself appreciation? Let your higher self guide you. It will lead the way. It is slow. Healing is slow. But eventually, you'll learn to express yourself fully. You'll learn to speak up for yourself. You'll learn self-control. And you'll find your way. Let's see how Spirit is assisting you in this. How is Spirit assisting? How is Spirit assisting? Pile 3. Sheen, Obsidian. Angel of Families. Goddess of Beauty. God of Arts. Okay, God of the Arts. I do see that Spirit is assisting you from healing from familial and ancestral trauma, because some of these thoughts can be past life thoughts that have happened, especially ancestral. This could be from the people that raised you, your parents, siblings, grandparents. All of you have felt these emotions, and it has literally passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. And sometimes we bring past life things in with us too. But Spirit is saying, we are assisting you with ending ancestral pain. The angels surround you and your family at the moment. They're going to help you end this ancestral pain. This is why you have the recognition that it needs to change. You're going to end generational karma. And it starts with you. It starts with your voice. It starts with your healing. It starts with you making these changes. And they're assisting you with these changes. Goddess of Beauty, you are a wondrous being of light. There is nothing to change or fix. It's just a shift in perspective. It's how you express yourself. It's how you treat yourself. It's what you believe, what you allow in, and what you allow to continue. Spirit's like, all of these messages can be transformed into beauty. God of the Arts, the artist within you is about to emerge. Yeah, you're going to be able to end this, transform this, transmute this, and create your life of art the way you want to. You're imprinting on your life now and future generations and your next life. So you're ending ancestral karma, you're clearing the way for future generations, and you're clearing yourself a path for your next life, so you don't have to keep repeating this karma over and over and over and over. This is the life where it ends. And it starts with you. But you know this. You've been getting inklings, or you just are very aware. This needs to change. This needs to shift. Maybe you have children and you're like, I don't want them to see how this affected me, and I don't want what's happened with me to affect them and their children. I'm transmuting this. I'm transforming this. I'm not allowing all of that to carry on anymore. And now you're getting really creative for your future generations and for your next life. I hope this helps. Thank you so much, Pile 3. Namaste.